Hey guys, we are going to do 2 or 3 more problems together. I want to read number 5 to you. This looks just like the question we did the last time we did a practice sheet, except our numbers are a little different. This says Leonard earns $16 an hour and works 40 hours in a week. Okay, that's typical, about 40 hours in a week. 19% is taken out for taxes and medical premiums. How much is Leonard's net income for the week? Net income meaning after you take out the deductions. So if this was you and you earn $16 an hour and you work 40 hours a week, hopefully you know you multiply 40 times 16 or 16 times 40 to figure out your gross pay, right? So if the government didn't get any, if I did not have to pay for medical, then this is what I would make. So 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. Hold my spot. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 4, 4. So if I got to keep everything, I would get to keep $640 a week. Okay. But we're taking out 19%. So we're going to go to our good old standby here, change the percent to a decimal and multiply. Okay? This is your job. I want you to do this, show your work, and once you get that, these are the deductions. Okay? Sorry, my pen is messing up. It's so incredibly frustrating. Once you solve for that, those are the deductions. So your job, I'm assuming this will be a decimal, is to say, oh, I don't get to keep all $640, so I'm going to subtract that number to find the net income. Okay? So I'm baby stepping you through this. I started, we get 640. We're going to multiply by 0.19 to find the deductions and subtract the deductions to see what we get to keep, which is the net income. Number 6, find the area of the triangle. So just like on the last video, when it says area, we want to make sure, so we're using our formula chart. Area of a triangle. A equals half BH. Now, substitute in your numbers. Half, my base is there, 24.8 centimeters, and my height is 16. I know this is my height, guys, because it has to form a right angle, okay? It cannot be this, it cannot be this. Those do not form right angles with this, okay? Your base and height have to form some kind of right angle. So basically from here to here, I'm not drawing very well, is 16, okay? Now here's what you can do. You choose. You can multiply 24.8 times 16 and then divide by 2. What I like to do, since this happens to be an even number, I like to say, oh, well, I know what half of 16 is. Half of 16 is 8. So I just took care of that. But I haven't taken care of the 24.8. So your job is to multiply 24.8. Let me redo that so nobody thinks it's an 18, because I know somebody's going to not be listening. And you're going to multiply by 8. Whatever you get, that will be your answer. Centimeters squared. Okay? Centimeters squared. So I'm going to let you multiply that by yourself. Okay? Now, on number 7, if you are virtual, I understand that you cannot grid unless you are awesome enough to make the grid yourself. But this is one, I'm not going to do it with you, but I will talk to you about it. It says A doctor has an annual income of $152,125. Can't read today. The income tax the doctor has to pay is 6%. What is the amount of income tax in dollars and cents that the doctor has to pay? The doctor has to pay 6%, right? And that's all we're looking for. We are not looking for net income, guys. All we're looking for is the tax. This is the tax, the income tax. So you're going to change the percent to a decimal and multiply. That's your answer, and you're going to grid it. Okay? Now, one thing I noticed is that I've already made a mistake here, so I'm going to fix it while you are on here, is that this name should be Penny. So I'm going to type that in. Penny took out a car loan for $6,000 that charged 7% simple interest. She paid the loan off in full at the end of 3 years. How much will Penny, whoops, let's just get rid of that, owe in all when she pays off the loan? Okay? So simple interest, guys, remember, I equals PRT, right? Simple interest. So your job is to multiply the principal times the rate, change that to a decimal, and there's our time, which is 3, okay? 6,000 times 0.07 times the time of 3, okay? Whatever you get, that's going to give you your interest. But my answer is not asking for interest. It's asking for in all. So whatever I do, I'm going to multiply these 3 numbers, and then I'm going to add it to $6,000, okay? I'm going to put decimal 00 just in case there is a decimal, okay? Okay, and then we also have one that looks like number 9. I'm not going to do it with you, but I am going to talk to you about it for a minute. This says, Sheldon went to buy hamburger meat for a cookout. He bought 3.4 pounds of meat. The meat cost $3.75 per pound. If Sheldon pays with a $20 bill, how much change will he receive? Okay. This looks just like, almost the same as the one we did the other day, but I had a lot of people that were confused, okay? Guys, if it's $3.75, I should not have that there, $3.75 for 1 pound, then for 2 pounds, wouldn't I do $3.75 plus $3.75? So if you think of like a pound of meat, we would say, okay, well that's $3.75 for 1. If I buy another package, it's another $3.75. So I would either add these or times 2. If I'm buying 3, you do not need to write this out, guys. This is just a demonstration. $3.75, if I bought 3 pounds, I would multiply it by 3. Well, the only difference here is it's not giving me a whole number. It's giving me a decimal, but I still do the same thing. So I want to start by multiplying. Okay. Once I get that, that will give me the cost, and then I can subtract from $20 to get the change. I had a lot of people confused on that. And it wasn't arithmetic errors, it was they just did not know what to do. So we're going to try to make sure we get this correct. Last problem, guys. I still have people not getting this correct. Okay. You either A, forget the name of the angle pair, or B, you solve for X wrong. Okay. So for the angle pair, if you don't know it, Go to Google Classroom. Blank copy of journal notes. Right here, the angle relationships, the short version. And here they are. Okay, so you can tell what it is. And there's the end point of the equation. The end point is 180. We're still missing this. This is very important, guys. You may only have one question on this on STAR, but this is something that you will definitely need to know for your future math classes, okay? So 180 is the end point, and then you add this, and I'll give you a hint. Somewhere in here, because of this, it's not going to look like we're adding, okay? So there's two parts to this.